Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today guys we're going to be jumping down into the charts for Ethereum, taking a look at the price action, what has been going on and what I would expect to happen next. As I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And no, if you haven't yet joined us in Discord, link is in the description down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there, so why not go ahead and check that out today. And if you are looking for a little bit more from the crypto space, why not check out our new podcast, easy listening for whilst you're traveling to the office, link in the description down below. Okay guys, let's waste no more time though, let's jump into this. Right, so Ethereum paired up with USDT on the hourly chart and Binance is our data source. Now yesterday we were talking about the zigzag pattern, a 535 structure, and then of course, you know, inside there we have the WXY, and essentially this is kind of what we're looking at. I was kind of expecting a bit of a move to the upside yesterday, you know, and you know, we actually fell down a bit as well at the same time. So I'm going to kind of just zoom in on some of this stuff, right? Because I think we've got a little bit of a push to the upside to be had, right, with this next 5-wave structure. And if I actually just come back here for a second, I do think it's about 35%. Let me just check. Yeah, it's about 35%. So a pretty significant bounce to the upside to be had, but it's not the end of the macro correction. It's just basically a relief bounce on a macro scale. So you get pretty decent kind of gains to be made here. But I would be, you know, stressing that this is still a downward trend and therefore we still got more room to the downside. The bottom hasn't been found just yet and this is just a relief bounce to the upside. But let's focus in on this corrective move right here, because we've got a couple of scenarios and a couple of things I just want to kind of talk about. So we have this high point here at about $1,125, okay, this 1125 basically is like an X-wave bounce, and I'm looking to come down a little bit more before we can really talk about that long position. And if I take the this low point here that was basically coming in at 10.43, so $1,043, take that low and we take the high at the 1125, move this over to our recent bounce, then you know we are talking about maybe coming down towards that $1,000 range again, right? So if I bring the stochastic RSI, you can see that we're overbought. And if on the 4-hourly, we've got to progress up. So what we're looking for is this little bit more room to the downside, just this tiny little bit. Just reset the hourly stock, and then we can start talking about this 5-wave structure to the upside, okay? That's where the 35% will come in. And the whole thing is a zigzag pattern, as I said, right? And the zigzag basically will allow us to look at this as an ABC structure. So the 5-wave move here is classed as an A wave. Okay, the WXY in the middle, this would be our B wave, and then the 5-wave structure is our C wave, okay? So ABC, this is the correct use of an ABC function, a zigzag. I know that depending on the literature you read and you learn about Elliott wave theory, if it contains a 5-wave structure, you should use an ABC. And, you know, if not, then it's actually technically WXY. But for me, I like to think of the zigzag as the ABC and then everything else is WXY. But I don't want to confuse people. I usually just use ABC as a 3-wave move for everything. It keeps things a little bit simpler, but the correct use of an ABC is a zigzag pattern like this. So yeah, we are talking about maybe moving up towards that 1350, and then from there we can pull back down. Okay, so none of this has really changed. The only thing that we need to watch out for is whether or not we've finished our Y wave down here, okay, or whether we've got that room to still come on down. I still think we've got to come down a little bit further, but it is possible as well that we could acknowledge that our Y wave could have finished down here and this is the start of our 5-wave structure. Okay, either way there would be a reduction or a low for wave 2, or, you know, just finishing off the Y wave by dropping down as well. So we're looking for a couple of things, right? If we come up higher than 1,125, then this low at 1,043 is our low of our Y wave, okay, if we go up higher than 1125. If, however, we drop down lower than 1043 without crossing 1125, that basically means that the Y wave is still in play, okay? So there's a couple of things just to kind of keep in minds here. As, you know, we could have started the 5-wave structure, and confirmation would be that if we move higher than 1125, that is the case. And if we drop down to 1043 or lower, then we're still in this Y wave correction. And then once that's finished, we should start the next 5-wave structure upwards. Okay, so that kind of gives us a bit of a bearing on this. Now, with the upward directional move could be quick. It could happen reasonably fast. I mean, if we take a look at the structure here, it played out in 2 days and 18 hours. Okay, so that's possible that, you know, we have a move that plays out faster or slower. Time is hard to say, but it could be as quick as it had been previously. Once we have this bottom, that would take us into the weekend. So just be mindful of those few things. Now, if I come out into our 8-hour chart here, you know, we actually, let's go into the 4-hour. Yeah, the 4-hour. Here you can still see that, you know, we've had our 5-wave structure to the downside here. We had a 5, we had a 3, we've had a 5. This is now our ABC 3-wave move. And then we pull on down. So if I come up into our weekly view, you can start to then see how this looks. Okay, so on the macro scale of things, you know, I had this actually up here at 1500, but if we are only going to go to 1350, that would change our outlook ever so slightly. So if I grab hold of this and just pull it down, it would actually put our lows somewhere between 676 and about the 800. Okay, so we are talking about coming down into these lows, these lower lows, on this 4th wave bounce when we move up there. So you know, something similar to what we saw with wave 2. It's a 3-wave move, right? So you have here a B, C, 3-wave structure, or WXY, whatever you want to look at. And then, of course, we've pulled back down. So on this macro scale, we are looking for more downside, okay? We haven't had the bottom. The bottom is not in my opinion, and we've still got some room to fall to the downside. The Gaussian channel on this area hasn't also turned red yet, indicating that we are likely to turn red once we actually reach somewhere on this upper bounce area. This isn't too uncommon, that we pull down, we bounce up, then we turn red and we fall to the bottom here in the bear market. So again, you know, just keep an eye on these moves. I am expecting this Gaussian channel to turn red, and then I'm expecting this downward push, right? So I'm expecting the bear market low to come in somewhere between, and I'm going to give it a bit broader than this. I'm going to say between 600 and 800. I think that's kind of the sweet spot there for Ethereum. So just keep an eye on that. I do expect some volatility to be seen here for Ethereum and the price action of ETH, but essentially, yeah, we should be looking to track up another 35% or so, and then I think from there we can really talk about moving down quite significantly. So guys, I'm going to leave this there. It's a nice brief update on Ethereum. If you have found this useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.